Hello YouTube, my name is Nero and today we have some Call of Duty Black Ops 3 and I have a very unpopular opinion for all of you, at least according to the internet. I am very excited for Call of Duty Infinite Warfare and I wanted to discuss that here in this video. People are very unhappy with Infinite Warfare. From the trailer that we've gotten so far, it is the second most disliked video on all of YouTube, which is absurd if you ask me. People seem to be very unhappy with the setting and that the movement system is going to be a non-traditional movement system very similar to what we saw in Call of Duty Black Ops 3, which I find to be a little bit odd because it seems to be a bit of a double standard because, at least in my opinion, Black Ops 3 is one of the best Call of Duty games to ever come out, and it seems to be universally agreed upon that it's a very good Call of Duty game. So I'm definitely seeing a bit of a double standard there, but I wanted to make this video giving you guys the reasons why I am excited for Infinite Warfare. Number one, this is going to be the first Infinity Ward game made with a 3-year development cycle. They've been able to look at the feedback from Advanced Warfare and Black Ops 3 and make slight adjustments to their game accordingly. This is going to be the first time they've really had a lot of time to try to polish their game, and I think it's going to be better than their last two games as a result. Their last two games, of course, were Modern Warfare 3 and Call of Duty Ghosts, which weren't my cup of tea personally. They were definitely not in my list of favorite Call of Duty games ever, but they were good, solid games for the vast majority of people, and I feel as though this game has the potential to be better because they've had a lot more time to actually work on it. Reason number two is I feel as though Infinite Warfare is going to be unlike any Call of Duty game before it. You can look at older Call of Duty games and say that there's definitely a lot of similarities there. Call of Duty 4 was pretty similar to Modern Warfare 2 with the exception of the kill streaks that were changed in Modern Warfare 2. And of course, Modern Warfare 3 was pretty similar to Modern Warfare 2. Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2 were pretty similar, with of course Black Ops 3 being a little bit different, but all these games kind of tie in together. I feel as though Infinite Warfare is going to be unlike any Call of Duty game before it. Maps are not going to be only set on Earth, but other planets and space stations throughout our entire solar system. This is why so many games choose to go for a futuristic setting, because they have free reign to do whatever they want creatively. I feel as though the maps are going to be fun and unique. I just hope that they don't go the Borderlands pre-sequel route and have all the maps be set like on the moon with just gray moon rock everywhere. I'm hoping that's not the case, and from what we saw from the trailer, I feel as though we're going to have some fun and creative maps just from what we saw in the trailer, which of course is all campaign stuff, but as you guys are well aware, stuff that we see in a campaign will directly influence the stuff that we see in the multiplayer. Reason number three, and speaking of boring color palettes, the trailer that we saw was actually pretty colorful, at least for Infinity Ward's standards. I mean, Earth was gorgeous and green, and the stuff that we saw in other planets and space stations looked really nice and interesting as well. There's even some underwater elements, although I doubt we're going to see that in the multiplayer, but the stuff that we saw in the trailer was pretty interesting. Now, you could say that some of these planets are just going to be brown rocks, and they may actually turn those into multiplayer maps. That could be the case, but they have so much free reign, and we also saw so much color in this trailer as compared to previous years that I feel as though the game itself has the potential to look very good, and the maps are going to be pretty nice looking as compared to what we saw in Call of Duty Ghosts, which in my opinion was a very bland looking game overall. I really hope Infinity Ward doesn't push for a gritty look to their multiplayer maps. They have to understand that Call of Duty fans are usually super fans of the series that put days upon days of playtime into their game, and it gets old very quickly just looking at grays and greens all the time. Throw in more blues and oranges, the maps will look gorgeous. My point is they have the free range creatively to do whatever they want with the maps, and I feel as though they're going to have really cool looking maps with really cool looking colors. That's just my hope for the game so far. Reason number four is outside the box weaponry. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, this game is going to be set super far in the future, and just like with the maps, this allows them to do a lot of cool things with the weapons. In Advanced Warfare, which certainly wasn't my favorite Call of Duty game ever, I did like the laser weapons in that game. It was something new, and I embraced that about the game. I had a lot of fun with the AE4. I had a lot of fun with the OM, which I used to call it the OHM, but apparently it's called the OM. I had a lot of fun running around with the TAC-19. I also enjoyed the EM1. I enjoyed the laser weapons in that game. They performed pretty similar to most normal rifles or submachine guns or shotguns or LMGs or what have you, but they were fun because they shot lasers instead of bullets, and sometimes they had an overheat mechanic. We're going to see stuff like that, I feel so, in Infinite Warfare. We're set in the future. We're going to be fighting on space stations and on other planets. It's highly doubtful, in my opinion, that this game is not going to have lasers, and I'm excited for lasers, and I'm hoping somehow we can customize them, because that was something they did really cool in Advanced Warfare, in my opinion, was when you take a weapon like the EM1 and you put on a different weapon variant, the laser that it shot was a different color depending on the variant, and I'm hoping we see something similar to that in Infinite Warfare, just something to allow us to customize our weapons, and especially if there's going to be lasers and other cool sci-fi stuff like that. I would like to see more customization, which I'm hoping the game is going to have a lot of. Reason number five, zombies. Zombies, ladies and gentlemen. I think a lot of people are forgetting that Infinite Warfare will feature zombies. Now, it's well known that Infinite Warfare zombies will be separate from Treyarch's and even in a separate universe from the universe that the Infinite Warfare campaign and multiplayer are going to be set in, but I'm still very interested in what they may do with this. Perhaps they're going to go a Left 4 Dead style mode as compared to the Treyarch wave-based survival mode, or perhaps they're going to continue the blueprints that they laid down with Extinction and Call of Duty Ghosts. Either way, new zombies should be a lot of fun. I'm very interested to see what they're going to be doing with that, and I hope it's going to be a really fun third option for us to play. Campaign, multiplayer, as well as the third game mode. I'm hoping a third game mode, which we know is going to be zombies, is going to be fun, and I have high hopes for it. I could go on for ages, guys, but I'm going to close the video off on this with reason number 6. A big reason why I'm excited for Infinite Warfare is the fact that I have never hated a Call of Duty game so much during the opening months that I could not play it. Now, there are some Call of Duty games out there that after, 4 or 5 months or 6 months or what have you, I just got really bored of and didn't quite play as much as I did, especially back in November and December. But in nearly 10 years, every Call of Duty game that has come out has been really fun for me for at least the first 2 or 3 months. After the honeymoon phase is over, we then can decide and see whether or not the game is actually good. But the fact that I'll be enjoying the game for at least the first few months is fine for me, because 2016 is going to be the year of the shooter. Overwatch and Battleborn are already out. In October, we're going to see Battlefield 1 and Titanfall 2. In November, we're going to see Infinite Warfare and Modern Warfare Remastered. Infinite Warfare doesn't need to be a 12-month-long game. It just needs to be worth a $60 price point to be a good installment in the series, in my opinion, or the $80 price point if you plan on trying to get Modern Warfare Remastered, which I hope a lot of you guys are going to do. In conclusion, I'm very excited for this game. I think it's going to be fun. Whether or not it's going to be one of the greatest Call of Duty games ever that I'm going to want to put 30 days of playtime in like I used to back in the day, I don't think it's going to be that game. I don't think any game is going to be that game anymore. I just don't have it in me to play one game for 30 days of playtime anymore like I did for COD 4, World at War, Modern Warfare 2, Black Ops 1, and I think Modern Warfare 3 is where I started to finally start declining in my playtime. No game has to be a 30 days of playtime game for me. It just needs to be good for at least the first couple of months, and it has to have a bunch of new and interesting things to make me interested in playing it, and I think Infinite Warfare can be that game. I'm excited for the game. Hopefully you guys are as well, and that, ladies and gentlemen, is going to conclude my video. I hope you guys all enjoyed it. If you did, please drop me a rating and let me know your thoughts on Infinite Warfare down there in the comment section below. I'm, of course, always open to everybody's opinion because there's so many different people out there, so many different perspectives. Are you guys excited for Infinite Warfare? Do you think it's going to be a fun game? It doesn't need, again, to be a 30 days worth of playtime fun game, but is it going to be a fun enough game that you're going to be happy with your purchase? Just based upon what we know so far, which isn't a ton, because all we have is a little bit of information along with a campaign trailer, but are you guys excited for the game? I would love to know about that. Why or why not? Let me know about that in the comment section below. I hope you guys all enjoyed this video. Please drop me a rating. Hope you guys all have a wonderful day.